In a surprise video sequence no one expected, there's another chair! Wow! Wow! Look, it's Chell on a boat. Featuring Darla on a boat. Darla is the best. Chell didn't say hi.
Hi!
In typical Chell fashion, she got a crab again.
Yes!
And look, it's Darla.
And your mom did too.
Darla, be careful, there's crabs out here. Chell's found a sea star. Chell's sister found a sea star.
Try to touch this right now. Where? You didn't know what to do. Get it. I bet she's so confused. Get it.
Look who it is. A turtle.
It's a tortoise.
How cool. We have quite a sea star hole. Look at him go. Also more Darla, because you need more Darla. Look at her go. What a majestic creature. So, Fiat updates for the video. First things first. I removed the radio. Sorry, the car's locked, so I forgot to unlock it. Then the kill switch started acting up, so we've bypassed that. It's completely gone. It's not supposed to be there anyway. Now I'm changing the fan belt, and then we're gonna pull the valve cover off and adjust the clearances there. Later today, we're supposed to get a lot more parts. We temporarily fixed the exhaust, but it does have a big exhaust leak still. Waiting for the gaskets and the parts for that, which all should be here today. And then we'll start getting this thing back together the way that it should be. And hopefully we'll be good to do another couple thousand miles on this. It's Friday now, and I've been very impatiently waiting, but all of our parts have come. We have installed a new dipstick, one of the hardest jobs that you could do in a car. All I had to do was take it out and put it back in. In this rapid fire repair session, we now have 2 working headlights. So we ran into some problems. When the bolts came out of the head, they stripped. So we put some JB weld on them and put them back in, and then in a few hours when that sets, we're gonna try to actually get them tightened. Then the stud right there broke. So I ran to a machine shop, he machined it out, and then we tapped it, put those in there. That might be what we have to do for the head as well. The carburetor was actually the wrong carburetor. It was the 26 instead of the 28. So that isn't actually all the way on there, but it's as good as it's gonna get. We got the air filter and the air box all back together, but there's gonna be a huge leak right there anyway. And then I just finished putting on the new cap and rotor as well as a new condenser. And yeah, I've just been cleaning everything up as I go. Put the floor mats back in, all the fun stuff. Got the spare back in. So yeah, just a lot more cleaning up to do, and hopefully these fixes here work, and hopefully the carburetor solves our issues. And it's gonna make the car slower, obviously, because it's smaller, so I might try to return that and get the correct one back on there. We'll find out. We've had cat videos in the past, but this one's definitely a dog video. I'm with the guy who has the machine shop, and he's helping me tap some new holes into the exhaust because they didn't quite fit. Big sad, but we're making it work.
Right, so we went and got gas, and then this bolt was missing from the
exhaust again. Super cool.
So he
we happened to be really close to an Ace, so I went and bought one and Loctited the crap out of it.
That's what he did. And they gave him a
free
glizzy.
hot dog. I topped off the tank on the last tank, and that might have been a bad decision because the car is not running. We changed the ignition condenser. It's not acting like it's a condenser, but that's just been a common thing, so I changed it anyway. Acting fine, or the same still. I turned up the idle super high, and it will idle. So we're just trying to let it idle for a while and burn off some fuel, and maybe it is a fuel problem. What we're also going to try to do right after we leave here, we're going to get an ignition coil from AutoZone, and then we're going to also get a compression tester and make sure we have good compression. So updates to come.
Yeah, him filling up with fuel has always been not a good thing on this trip.
6 more hours, giving up, calling a tow truck, and then finally my dad coming up with the idea of trying to figure out what's going on with the float in the carburetor. We carb cleaned the crap out of the inside of the carburetor, and guess what? He's working fine now. So we got a long drive to go, but the car works right now, hopefully. So let's knock on wood that it'll stay that way, and we'll update in the future. About 30 minutes of driving, we have lost our taillights, and the transmission is making the noises again. Yay! So we're at the Wawa. We're gonna fill up the transmission. You know, every bit of forward momentum is progress, but it is slow. So we know what to do. It's okay. Check back in soon. Vibrated itself apart again, so we're back to the filter on the neck. We've lost this bolt again. We stopped on the side of the road and fixed it. I'm gonna make sure that it's tight right now, but it's coming along. We're gonna go get a hotel because it's late. So, you having fun, Chell?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We got our beverages and some breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts, and we're headed out. The car seems wet this morning.
That's fine.
It's like a little bit happy. It's like a 2-year-old. Like it's happy, but you know that any second it's gonna throw a tantrum.
Well, we're back on the road. We're gonna try to take the highways now because Georgia does not have shoulders on their 2-lane highways like Florida does. So in the event of a breakdown, we're in a lot worse of a situation if we're on a back road versus the interstate. I don't want to be on the interstate doing 50 miles per hour, but I think it's safer, so that's what we're gonna do. Car's working pretty okay. It's popping and banging a little bit, so something's a little mad still, but we're moving. We just got more oil and transmission fluid and everything, so we're good in case we run low on something. Which is bolts fell back off again. We've driven like 70 miles with them off. The car is misfiring super bad again. Barely will hit 50 miles. Hello again. The last video got cut off by a phone call. We're at O'Reilly in Georgia. We are taking apart the carburetor to try to clean it again and hope that that's why we've got our misfire. There is some dirt in here, so hopefully it's clogged. And
That's the problem.
yeah, so we're also gonna try to get the exhaust welded on, so we'll see how that works. We have a good little while, so I got another 8.5 per Google Maps to go, but I finally was able to clean the windshield off at the gas station, so that's cool. Most of them haven't had the things out, so still got a ways to go, but it's going smoothish. We just got through Macon, Georgia, and we're driving along, and then all of a sudden we get a huge misfire. The car will not go anymore. We stop on the side of the road. We quickly pull the carburetor off, clean it out as fast as possible. Did not work. So what happened is the ignition condenser wire fell off because that bolt, for some reason, has always been stripped, but now I can't get any torque on it anymore. So we have to go find a new bolt for the condenser somewhere right now. But it's back up and running sort of temporarily, but it's gonna stop again if we don't fix it. I got a new stud on the condenser down there, thanks to Ace Hardware. Well, yeah, we're going good. So we just got to Buc-ee's, but the problem is the car will no longer idle, so that's cool. We'll have to fix that, but still got a long way to Disney World right now. It's great. Another 285 miles to go tonight. Got some gas, topped up the oil, put quite a bit of transmission fluid in. It's got a pretty good transmission fluid leak right now, so that's just from sitting here for like 5 minutes. So we've burned through probably a quart today, which is about the whole system capacity. So we did a transmission fluid change without ever taking the drain plug out. Right, Jill?
We are going
32. So the carburetor, I think, is clogged again. We're gonna try to get off the next exit, but it just so happens that we have to climb a mountain to get to the next exit. So 32 miles per hour. Thankfully, there's no one else on the road right now, so we're doing what we can do.
And this is pretty steep.
Yeah, we have foots on the floor, 31 miles per hour
Jesus.
with misfires.
Yeah, lots of misfires.
Gas station. We're gonna try to pull the carburetor off now, so that's gonna be fun. Wish us luck on the road. It seems to be going a little bit better. It's not misfiring anymore. For some reason, we had to change the spark plug wires to get it to start. I think the new wires failed, so thankfully we hung on to the old wires, and I'll order another new set of those. But still got another 4 hours to go. ETA is now 2 a.m. To the Dollar General parking lot, where we have an inoperable Fiat 500. What did we do, you might ask? Well, we have assured ourselves that we have spark, so we have a carburetor issue. I have taken it apart yet again, to clean it. And guess what? It didn't do anything. So we called the tow truck. They'll be here in 20 minutes. We're giving up for now. Alright, we're at the Loves that we got dropped off at Nashville. We have 45 minutes till the next guy shows up with the next tow truck. The car, I mean, it runs, but it barely runs.
It goes like this.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So after our next tow, we made it back home at the late hour at 5:30 a.m. So in the next installment, you'll see lots of repairs and hopefully a very successful drive back to Salt Lake City, but who knows?